So, welcome back, everybody, to the Empowerment Series. I have an extraordinary guest, a really special guest, our governor, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. So, thank you, Josh, so much for being here today. I
Awesome to
can't
be
thank
with
you
you,
enough.
Sue. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for the work you're doing. I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you. Back at you times 10. So, if it's okay, what I'd like to do is I just want to talk about, I don't want to do a typical introduction of you. I want to talk about how I know you and how I see you. So I just would like to do that. Um, I've known you for many, many years. We've known each other, but I had the great honor when you called me and said, would you be part of several people to help you identify people for your cabinet? And so I got an inside peek. I mean, I've always known you've been fantastic. And been, as you know, I'm a huge fan. But
Thank
what
you.
I got to see up close was a real visionary leader who thinks big. And not only that, um, you not only think big, but you implement. So I got to see it even before you got sworn in as governor. I got to see it up close. And of course, we're all seeing it now as our governor, whether it's you're bringing people together, your transformation office, how you've, cut time. I mean, I know there are hundreds of examples, but I want to say you're the real deal. And
Thank you.
so we appreciate you. And that's how I see you. That's my unconventional but true introduction of you.
Thank
And
you.
you're welcome. And so, my question to you is, when was the time when you needed to bet on yourself?
You know, I, I guess I could probably go back to how I started in elected office. Way back in 2004, when I wanted to serve my community and decided to run for state representative. Now, remember, at the time I was in Abington, which was overwhelmingly Republican. It was probably 60% Republican at the time. I'm a Democrat. And very few people gave me a shot to win. But I believed in myself. And I remember the first time I went out to do what a candidate's supposed to do, right? Like, I put my suit on, I went to this event, I was hoping to give a speech, and the people running the event didn't let me talk, didn't acknowledge me. It was really a community that was kind of wired, if you will, for the Republican candidates. And that had happened to me a few times, but that to me was kind of whatever, the straw that broke the camel's back. I came home that night really upset, really down, really questioning whether this was the right decision or not. And I talked to my best friend in the world, the love of my life, the person who's been with me since the ninth grade, who I talked to about everything, my wife, Lori, now our first
Love it.
lady.
Love it.
And I complained to her about it. And what you learn about Lori is she's got very little tolerance for my complaining. And she basically kicked me in the ass and said, well, go figure out a different way to have people hear you. The next day, I put on more comfortable shoes this time. And instead of going to an event, I began what resulted in me knocking on 18,000 doors of people in my community, listening to them primarily, doing a little bit of talking, but a whole lot of listening, and winning uh, an election that I had no business winning, just given how the registration was. I share that as an example because I didn't come from a political family. I didn't come from a rich family. I don't have money. We had to go out and scrap hard to meet people and raise money and do all this. And really, folks counted me out from the beginning. But I believed in myself. I bet on myself. And I would say that Lori bet on me too, which is always good when she's in your corner. And that to me taught me a lot about not listening to the noise that's out there, not worrying about the kind of political, you know, demographics of the moment. But if you believe in yourself, if you think you got something to say, if you think you've got a way to serve, then bet on yourself and get out there and do it. And I think since that moment, there have been so many times throughout my career where folks have said it can't be done. You're not going to win. This is not something that can be achieved. But I believed in myself. I believed in the people around me, and we've been able to pull it out.
Well, so first of all, it sounds like we, owe Laurie a big thanks for
Everybody
saying,
owes
"Get
Lori.
back out there." I know we do. Well, she's awesome first lady,
She's
but,
amazing.
she's amazing. But, so you went out there, you did 18,000 doors, like
Yeah.
you said, which is pretty crazy. You probably had to resole a bunch of shoes. And,
By the
like,
way, the shoes, one of the shoes, I guess the last set of shoes I wore that have holes in the bottom, I keep on the shelf in my office at the governor's residence as a reminder of that hard work and on believing in yourself and betting in yourself.
I love it. And do you think that that determination has really, you know, there are a lot of people who say a bunch of stuff. Implementing and getting stuff done is a whole different ballgame. I mean, do you think that determination and belief in your values and what's right, do you think that's led to, quite frankly, your success, on, let's be honest, on the national stage, right? I mean, is it that like I can do this, but not only I can do this, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, just keep going to get to where I need to go.
I do. I believe that it has been, my work ethic and my determination to serve others that's been a big part of it. But I also believe there's another part of it. And for those who are watching this who aren't involved in politics, maybe you're involved in business or something else. I think there is a universal lesson here, and that is the self motivation, the self drive, has also allowed me to ignore conventional wisdom and
Mm,
blaze my own trail. I've learned over time conventional wisdom is not particularly wise. And the people that are successful, whether in politics, business, you name it, are folks that blaze their own trails, believe in themselves, believe in their unique vision or their unique path. And you have to have the courage of your convictions and the belief in your idea, the belief in yourself, the belief in your product, whatever it is, that's going to allow you to be successful in your space. Success is defined in lots of different ways. For some, it's making a lot of money in their field. For some, it's achieving a particular elected office. For some, it's being able to, when their head hits the pillow at night, just knowing that they contributed in a way that they feel is really important. I mean, I think it is really important to be able to have the courage of your convictions to ignore conventional wisdom and blaze your own trail. And that's what I've tried to do throughout my career.
I love it. Thank you. You are the best, and thank you for your values and everything you're doing to make our, state, our country better, so we appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate what you did to help me get a fast start here by surrounding myself with wonderful people. I know we had a lot of rules during our process, but really there was only one, which was hire a bunch of people smarter than me, which was an easy part for you to meet.
Well,
And you
it
did
was
an amazing job, and we got off to
what
a
was
great start.
amazing is the talent of the people who are like, "I'm working with that guy."
Yeah,
That
I
that's
feel really
that was pretty
blessed.
cool. Yeah,
And
it's
by the
great.
way, with just a few minor exceptions, we've got that team continue to be
I
intact,
know.
continue to work and do great things for Pennsylvanians. And it's my hope that the good people of Pennsylvania get the chance to sort of meet them along the way because they do
Mm,
amazing work behind the scenes oftentimes that
I agree.
really helps. And you were a huge part of that. And thank you for not only helping me, but I must say this, so you've been an inspiration. I've seen it to a lot of people, particularly young women who are starting out in the business world, being able to look at you and a few others in the city as examples of what they want to be, of examples of how to blaze their own trail. It's really special, and so I'm grateful that you're not only a great business leader, but that you're willing to be engaged in civic life and in mentoring. So thank you for that.
Thank you. You're the best.
All right, we'll see
All
you
right.
soon.
Thank you.